back there. Get a quick getaway. We have also our assistant prosecutor, Mr. Gaypart. Mr. Gaypart's here as a representative because he wants water too. Haven't missed anybody, probably, but we'll have a program for you that can't be overstated, but I think it could be understated. But getting water here is so important. I'd just like to see if Mr. Watson has any remarks he'd like to make.
Thank you, Charles. I think the residents in the area of Lincoln County are very fortunate to have the PSD board members that they currently have and the ones that they've had in the past. They've worked very diligently in getting water to you. And your local contractor you were very fortunate to have a bid come in as low as what you did, to where we'll have extra money to run extensions out in different areas of the county, or in different areas of Route 3 area. I think the first change order I'm going to entertain is to put air conditioning in this building. If I can get a price for that, and the funding agencies will approve that. She's not smiling too big. But the job is going to start probably next Monday, and it'll be going on for about the next 6 to 8 months. And if you have any questions, you can call the PSD about what'll progress. And please be diligent. We will be diligent, I should say, in getting the water to you. I appreciate the business here, and I will start working much harder on the alcohol projects. Thank you.
You all remember what he said. He said, start working on it, right? We got to keep him to that. We also have our assessor with us, Tracy Dempsey, and our Sheriff Bowman. So glad you guys can make it. Also, Mr. Browning, Jack Browning, we appreciate him using the building and having some refreshments. Be sure to take advantage of that, because the longer we stay in here, the lemonade is going to taste better. So we need to be able to do that. Mike, have you got anything you want to?
I just want to thank everyone for coming out. This is a fantastic gathering. We've worked real hard on this for the past 3 years, and it's not one person that's done this. I've got a lot of heroes now. Sherry's my $1 million hero. All these guys up here, they chipped in. The public has chipped in and done work above and beyond what the public should do. They've worked very hard, and I just wanted to thank everyone. I want to thank Beth, wherever she is. Beth Clay, thank you for coming out and helping us. She's with the PSD. Johnny, thanks for coming out. But I just want to thank everyone that was involved in this project. And we're not going to stop here. We're going to keep on going. When I first took this position, Charles told me one thing. I want water in Lincoln County. He was very clear about that. We don't deal with lumpy water yet, but that may be the next step. I don't know. We may look at some sewer systems in Lincoln County. But I just want to thank everyone for the opportunity to do what I can do. I appreciate it.
And you thank everybody you can. You always miss somebody, but our Senator Tomlin, Earl Ray Tomlin, anytime we go to him to help us in Lincoln County projects, he's willing to listen, and most of the time, if it's all possible, he's willing to assist to get things done. So I'm sure if he could have been here, he would have, and we need to keep that in mind, that he is a good friend and a good supporter of our county. Anyone else?
Thank you, Commissioner. I am Robbie Queen, and I'm here from Congressman Ray Hall's office. Unfortunately, the Congressman could not be with you today, but he sends his greetings, which I will read. Dear friends, thank you for inviting me to join you for a well-deserved celebration of a tremendous investment in the future health and well-being of 150 Lincoln County families and a future 400 more families. Although I am unable to be with you here today due to votes in the House of Representatives, please know that I'm with you in spirit as we break ground on this water extension. This is federal stimulus bill at work at its best. The $1 million we are using here from the CORE program puts people to work, puts this funding puzzle's missing piece in place, and improves property values in our families' homes. So far, the stimulus bill has pumped almost $4 million into Lincoln County. And when I helped construct the CORES program with legislation, this is exactly the type of program I had in mind to fund. This $3.7 million project for the Griffithsville area has been a long time coming. But through the combined efforts of so many dedicated individuals in West Virginia, including Governor Manchin, the Army Corps, West Virginia Infrastructure Jobs and Development Council, and the Lincoln County Commission, we now break ground. This is the type of progress we must continue to see in Lincoln County and throughout our state until every family has access to basic necessities. When you have built such a foundation, you in turn attract new business and create more jobs. West Virginia is wild and wonderful, but its rugged wonderment challenges engineers and wide-ranging cost estimates exhaust public checkbooks. These challenges are the reasons I am going to keep fighting and continue building this foundation for my fellow West Virginians to create the fundamental state-of-the-art infrastructure no locality could ever afford on its own. I will also continue to work to bring people and resources together so successful partnerships like the one that is made here today can continue to grow, so we can not only compete but prosper with the rest of our great nation. To me, that is the critical role for good government. With more regards, I am sincerely Nick Rahal, Member of Congress.
Sean with the Secretary of State's office. Sean.
Thank you, Commissioner. Unfortunately, Secretary Tennant could not be here today, but she did send a certificate of commendation, which I would like to read to you all. The Secretary of State of West Virginia hereby issues this certificate to the Route 3 Water Extension Project. Whereas on June 24th, 2010, the Lincoln Public Service District is breaking ground for the Route 3 Water Extension Project, and whereas the $1.3 million Route 3 Water Extension Project will extend public water service to 140 residents and businesses between Griffithsville and Hamlin, and whereas the Route 3 Water Extension Project is critically important to the future expansion of water service in the region because it will give the Lincoln Public Service District the ability to purchase water from a large supplier, the West Virginia American Water Company, and whereas the Route 3 Water Extension Project is an important step toward the long-term goal of providing clean, safe drinking water to all West Virginia citizens. Therefore, I, Natalie Tennant, the Secretary of State of West Virginia, do hereby award the certificate of commendation to the Route 3 Water Extension Project. Commissioner?
We certainly appreciate all those kind words, and this makes our job a little tougher because if you succeed now, you just can't quit. You got to keep moving. So we do want to encourage anyone that can help us get water to where it's needed. We are going to have some meetings coming up soon about looking at the future, what else is needed in Lincoln County as far as water projects. We have a planning meeting set for the 30th, which is next week at 5 o'clock at the courthouse, to talk with the PSDs and the water providers about looking at the future and what do we need to do to try to set priorities. We did this back in 2005, develop a county water plan, so we're ready to move on now and come up with some new information and set some new priorities.